Jay-Z, born Sean Corey Carter, isn't just a rapper. He's a billionaire entrepreneur who built one of the biggest empires in music, business, and culture. From hustling in Brooklyn's Marcy projects to becoming hip-hop's very first billionaire, Jay-Z's money moves are the stuff of legend. From rapper to mogul back in the 90s when major labels wouldn't sign him, Jay-Z created his own lane. He launched Roc-A-Fella Records, which gave him ownership of his masters and publishing rights, something most artists never get. That independence was the foundation of his empire. Then came Roc-A-Wear, his clothing line that grew into a $700 million company. When he sold it for over $200 million, Jay-Z proved he wasn't just making music, he was making moves. Luxury and lifestyle. Jay-Z saw how hip-hop shaped culture. So he invested in luxury. He bought Armand de Brignac champagne, better known as Ace of Spades, and sold half of it to LVMH, the global luxury giant. Add in his stake in D'Ussé Cognac, partnered with Bacardi, and you've got hundreds of millions flowing from bottles alone. The Uber play, one of Jay-Z's smartest moves. Uber. Back in 2011, before it was a household name, he invested $2 million through his firm, Arrive. By the time Uber went public in 2019, that stake had ballooned to more than $70 million. That's the power of spotting opportunities early, flipping a couple million into tens of millions. Tidal and Tech. In 2015, Jay-Z bought the music streaming service Tidal for about $56 million. While it never beat Spotify, it became known for high-quality sound and artist ownership. In 2021, he sold the majority stake to Jack Dorsey's Square, now called Block, in a deal worth around $300 million. Another win, another flip. Real estate and assets. Together with Beyoncé, Jay-Z owns real estate worth over $100 million. That includes an $88 million Bel Air mansion, plus properties in New York and the Hamptons. Add to that a fine art collection with works by legends like Jean Michel Basquiat, and you start to see how he stores wealth in assets that only go up in value. Net worth and legacy. Today, Jay-Z's net worth is estimated at more than $2 billion. And here the key: his wealth doesn't just come from music. It comes from owning brands, investing early, and building assets that last. The blueprint is simple but powerful: own your brand. Invest in the next big thing before the world sees it. Diversify your income streams. And stack assets that grow over time. From the Marcy projects to the Billionaires Club, Jay-Z turned a hustler's mindset into a global empire. And his story proves that true wealth is built through ownership, vision, and timing. Jay-Z understood something powerful: hip-hop didn't just make music, it shaped culture. And culture drives spending. He invested in luxury lifestyle brands that fans wanted to be a part of. He bought Armand de Brignac champagne, better known as Ace of Spades, and turned it into a status symbol. Later, he sold half the company to LVMH, the same luxury powerhouse that owns brands like Louis Vuitton and Moet Hennessy. Then there was D'Ussé Cognac, a partnership with Bacardi that became another multi-million-dollar success. Between champagne and cognac, Jay-Z built an alcohol empire worth hundreds of millions, all because he understood influence. The Uber move, but maybe his most legendary investment was Uber. Back in 2011, when most people had no idea what Uber was, Jay-Z put in about $2 million through his investment firm, Arrive. 8 years later, when Uber went public, his stake had grown to over $70 million. That's the power of vision, turning a small bet into a massive win by spotting the future before the world catches on. In 2015, Jay-Z bought Tidal, a music streaming service, for around $56 million. Now, Tidal didn't take down Spotify or Apple Music, but it gave artists something different: ownership and better royalties. In 2021, he sold the majority stake to Jack Dorsey's Square, now called Block, in a deal worth about $300 million. Even when the critics doubted him, Jay-Z flipped the play into another massive profit. Roc Nation and sports. Jay-Z also built Roc Nation, a powerhouse in entertainment and sports. Roc Nation manages stars like Rihanna, J. Cole, and Alicia Keys. But he didn't stop there. Roc Nation Sports signed big athletes like Kevin Durant, Kyrie Irving, and even international stars in soccer and baseball. Jay-Z took the hustle from the streets of Brooklyn to arenas, stadiums, and global stages. Real estate and assets. When it comes to wealth, Jay-Z knows the power of assets. With Beyoncé, he owns real estate worth over $100 million. Their Bel Air mansion alone cost $88 million. They also own properties in New York, the Hamptons, and a fine art collection featuring pieces by Jean Mitchell Basquiat, art that continues to grow in value. And let's not forget the luxury cars, including a custom Rolls-Royce boat tail worth a jaw-dropping $28 million.